So PN junction has a diode. Next application of Zener diode is used as a voltage regulator. So एक तो घर में हम stabilizer use करते हैं, that is for based on the transformer principle that it will be increasing or decreasing voltage whenever required. But this is for any device inside, suppose any sensitive part is there which potential fluctuation can damage it. So whatever element that it, to make the potential constant across it, we connect a Zener diode. Zener diode is always used under the reverse bias. So across this resistance R, since it is connected in the parallel with Zener diode, and in parallel potential is always equal, so the potential will always remain same as the Zener breakdown voltage. VZ is Zener voltage or breakdown voltage. And due to which there will be the current which is going into this resistance branch that will remain fixed because potential difference is constant, means I into R is constant. R is the resistance of this wire that will remain constant, and resistance of this diode IZ into RZ or Zener diode current into both of these are variable because diode is a non-ohmic conductor. So its resistance will change accordingly so that if there is any excess current coming due to the voltage fluctuation, suppose the current is coming I plus delta I, the current which pass into the resistance will remain same. The extra current will be passed through the Zener only, through the Zener voltage, Zener diode only. The resistance will change accordingly. So that current as well as the potential difference across this resistance across R is constant. So this is a very useful application of the diode. We can maintain a constant potential across any device when we connect the Zener diode in parallel with it. Right? Example, Zener diode voltage is negligibly small under the breakdown, and before that it is infinitely large, and which can be changed accordingly. Zener diode का जो current का graph था, this was like this, so it was increasing, and Zener voltage means this voltage we are talking when there is a breakdown. In the breakdown case, there will be it will be conducting only under the breakdown. Before that, there will not be. So Zener diode is used as a voltage regulator. Next is junction transistor. We'll do question just finishing after this. Transistor is a three-terminal device: emitter, base, and collector. So three-terminal device. One side is emitter, in between is base, and collector on the other side. So it has to be both sides same type of conductor. If it is suppose group 30 element and PP, in between is group 15, or alternatively both side group 15, in between is group 13. So two type of transistors are there, NPN or PNP, depending upon right. So these are the two different type of transistors. One is PNP, another is NPN. NPN transistor means we are doing the group 15 on both this side, and in between is group 13. NPN transistor. So that's again emitter, base, and collector. Emitter base is a PN junction. Collector base is a NP junction. So every junction has to be biased, only then there will be conduction. So इसमें emitter has very high doping level. Very high doping level means the density or the electron density, hole density, whatever type of semiconductor it is. P type is इसमें number of holes. Very heavily doped is emitter. Collector is also same side, but is moderately doped, but bigger in size, and in between the bases, negligibly doped, and thickness is also very small. Similarly, in the NPN transistor, emitter is very heavily doped, electron density is very high, collector is moderately doped, and in between this bases, right? So as a result, there are two PN junctions created, PN and NP, emitter base and collector base. For any current to flow, there must be some barrier overcome is required. Barrier overcome is required because of, so अगर हम PNP transistor देखते हैं, PNP transistor में there is a hole, so hole has to cross from P to N. External electric field is required from P to N. One terminal emitter to collector it has to reach. Holes always move in the direction of electric field. So across both the junction, we require electric field in the forward bias direction. Emitter base में भी emitter से base की तरफ, which means P to N, and the second it requires from N to P, so it will become reverse bias. N should be at higher potential, P should be at lower potential. अगर हम देखते हैं NPN transistor में, ये last point आ गया समझ में? Hole is moving, hole is positive charge always move in the direction of electric field. So emitter base में तो P to N चाहिए, but collector base में it is required N to P. As a result, emitter base is forward biased, collector base is reverse biased. In the NPN transistor, it is the electron which is moving, and electron moves opposite to the electric field. Opposite to the electric field. So at both the junction, it goes in opposite direction. Emitter, base, and collector. Emitter base is forward biased. Collector base is reverse biased. और जो biasing voltage होता है उसमें एक तरफ negative और एक तरफ positive. So just to make sure that there is no short circuit or there is no energy loss, हम उसको पहले same potential पे अर्थिंग करके include कर देते हैं. This is called emitter base. So this is VEE, emitter का biasing voltage. This is collector biasing voltage, VCC. Positive charge की direction में current, so that is emitter current. Some electrons will neutralize them, so those will come outside. This is base current, and the remaining 97-98% will be collector current. In the case of NPN transistor, it is an electron. Electron को move करने के लिए opposite direction में electric field चाहिए. Emitter should be lower potential, and likewise here also. So in both the cases, we can clearly see that emitter base junction has to be forward biased because P is connected to positive terminal and is connected to lower potential. While in the collector base, it is reverse bias. For इसमें electron अंदर की तरफ जा रहा है, so current की direction opposite. Emitter current बाहर की तरफ, base current and collector current. As a result, there will be NPN transistor and PNP transistor. Current is coming out from the emitter in NPN transistor, and current is going in the PNP transistor. So that is the symbolic representation by which you can identify emitter में बाहर की तरफ. So this arrow outside represent NPN transistor, and arrow inside represent PNP transistor. So as a result, emitter current is the current going in through this junction, and base current and collector current is the current which is coming out. So IE is equal to IB plus IC. This is a universal junction law which is applicable for any type of device, as because of the conservation of charge, no charge can. वर्किंग का क्या है लॉजिक? पहले केस में एमीटर बेस इज फॉरवर्ड बायस है, तो there will be three type of possible combination or connection: common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and common collector configuration. One terminal is kept common between input side and output side. So अपने syllabus में और mostly uses common emitter configuration, C configuration, which makes emitter should be common. One side between base and emitter we apply input, between collector and base we get output. We take NPN transistor. Usually NPN transistor is preferred because the electron mobility is slightly greater than the hole mobility due to its size and mass. So this is NPN transistor, emitter base collector. Emitter base should be forward bias, so P should be connected to higher potential. That's called base biasing voltage, and there will be some base resistance. This is the base biasing voltage VBB, and RB or RIN. This is the input side resistance. Collector emitter के बीच में it should be forward bias, reverse bias. So collector is N type. N type should be higher potential, and collector resistance RC, VCC, and this emitter is biased 0. Base current will be like input current going in. Collector current will be like output current, which is going into this transistor, and the emitter current will be the current that is coming out. So input side is base and emitter side, and output side is collector and emitter side. This is the output side. Till this point, any doubt? Yes.
No, sir.
Very nice. So इनपुट इसमें कहाँ पर होता है? इनपुट इस बेस के वोल्टेज में ही हम छोटा सा एसी सिग्नल इसी में सुपर इम्पोज कर देते हैं, क्योंकि हमें बेस थोड़ा ज्यादा चाहिए. Biasing voltage is like 6 voltage or some 6 volt or something. So biasing of base requires high potential. इसके साथ एक छोटा सा, so input will be actually the fluctuation in this base voltage will be taken as input. So हम VBB को ही input use कर लेंगे, and the output is taken between the collector and the emitter junction. That's the V output. शायद ये बात समझ में नहीं होगी. ये क्या बोला हमने? VBB is some constant voltage which is required to make it forward biased emitter base. Forward biasing के लिए we require forward biasing we require this VBB voltage. So there will be three possible sides of this particular device. First is input. जिसकी स्टडी करने के लिए we draw the input characteristic graph. Characteristic का मतलब है ग्राफ. Input current is IB and input voltage जो हम लगा रहे हैं इस ट्रांजिस्टर में, that is VBE. This is base voltage, base to emitter, that is VBE. IB versus VBE graph is called input graph or input characteristic. So in this side, because it was forward bias, or forward bias का जो diode के लिए graph था, now because the other side we are keeping constant. Other side as in the collector side potential, keeping VCE is constant. If it is constant, then it will be just left with a forward biased diode which does not have any current. If it is less than the barrier V naught तक कोई current नहीं होगी, and then when current increases it is exponentially increasing. Am I audible clearly? Harsh?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So VC is constant और उस पर एक particular हमने जो current है, this is a value of one of the base. This is one particular VC1. अगर हमने collector to emitter का potential बढ़ा दिया, constant but is increased from the earlier value. Collector to emitter का potential बढ़ाएंगे तो collector to base भी बढ़ेगा और base to emitter भी बढ़ेगा, which is reverse biased. Reverse bias में potential बढ़ाने पे, reverse bias में potential बढ़ाने पे क्या होगा? Barrier will increase. So for the second value, this graph will increase, barrier will increase. This is VCE2. On increasing the VCE voltage, the voltage between base and emitter has also increased, which increased into the barrier potential as it was connected under reverse bias. इसका जो slope होगा, that slope is the inverse of input resistance. If you have to calculate the input side resistance, the input resistance will be inverse of the slope. And it keeps on changing, but it is very low because the slope जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है. You can see the slope is very high. So input resistance, which is delta of VBE by delta IB for a constant VC, which is very low resistance. क्योंकि resistance बहुत high है, sorry, slope बहुत high है, इसलिए इसका जो inverse होगा that will be quite less. This is close to IB versus VBE graph. Correct? यहाँ तक clear? Input resistance should be as low as possible. That will help in the. और इसके लिए equation लिखेंगे VBE कितना होगा? By using the Kirchhoff law, it is VBB minus IB. VBE is equal to VBB minus IBR. इसमें इनपुट क्या था? इनपुट वाज VBB. एक्चुअल में VBB को जो वेरिएशन होगा that is V input is VBE plus IBR. फिर आते हैं हम आउटपुट साइड पे. Output characteristic is between the output current and output voltage, which is IC versus VC. Output current is IC and VCE for a given value of IB. So IB is constant. When IB is kept constant, current हमने constant रखी है कि voltage वहाँ पे constant करना possible नहीं है because of the fluctuating voltage. Current constant करने के लिए constant current device आते हैं, तो हम साथ में current कर देते हैं, and because of which the current in the base will be constant. So for a given potential, अगर हमने VC को 0 से start किया, it has to be under reverse bias. लेकिन ये है N and this is P. Initially if you convert it to 0, this is converted to 0, नीचे वाला P is converted to high potential और ऊपर वाला N भी आ गया 0. When VCE is 0, emitter is already 0 because that is at earth. Collector will also become 0. So initially जो collector base side है उसमें P is converted to high potential, N is converted to lower potential. So initially it is actually forward bias, जबकि हमारी condition थी that it has to be reverse biased. For any transistor to operate, पूरे सर्किट में करंट फ्लो होने के लिए एमिटर बेस होना चाहिए फॉरवर्ड बायस एंड कलेक्टर बेस हैज टू बी रिवर्स बायस. Now in this case, because initially the potential is zero, so initially collector base is also in collector base is forward bias, so current will increase. After which it become reverse bias. There won't be any further change or not much change. This is the word, and that's called the saturation current. ये वो वाला part है when current is under reverse bias. We say negligibly small. This current is very small. This is for a given value of base current. पहले ये increase क्यों नहीं थी? Because initially collector base is not under the reverse bias. It was started with a forward bias since the potential was zero. Got it? Next is अगर हमें बेस करंट बढ़ा दी तो ये रेशियो बढ़ जाएगा, then it will become current become more. So if IP2 is greater than IP1, then that saturation current will also increase. So output characteristic is अब इसकी जो slope है वो बहुत कम है. The slope is very small. Output resistance will be the 1 by slope of IC versus VC graph. IC versus VC graph, and that will become very high. So delta of VCE divided by delta IC. So output resistance is very high and input resistance is very low. That helps also in amplification. So for any transistor device, it has to be always input should be as low as possible and output should be as large as possible. Only then it will be a better. Third one is called transfer characteristic. Transfer characteristic means input to output. Transfer characteristic, which is the output versus input graph. V out versus V in. Input हम बढ़ाते जाते हैं, accordingly the V output will change, and that so input क्या था? Input was V input is VBB, and which is equal to VBE plus IBRB. V output, which is VCE, and that is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Right? Okay. अब इसमें क्या हुआ? IB is initially 0. When input is low, you can see from the graph there is no current. IB is 0. So for low input, when input is very small, there is no IB. One more thing, in any transistor, the output current by input current is called current gain. Output current is IC, input current is IB, so there is a current gain, and that current gain is also called as current amplification factor. In the case of common emitter, it is represented by beta. So beta should be actually called common emitter current gain, only then it will be specific. That is IC by IB. Collector, and this is constant for a given particular transistor device, which is usually of the order of between 10 to 100. So current is amplified at least 10 times in any common emitter configuration. अब input जो हमने low लगाया, so IB is 0 because the barrier has not been crossed yet. IB में current 0 है, IC by IB is a constant, so IC will also be 0. दोनों का summation भी 0 होगा. And as a result, जो output आएगा, V output will remain as same VCC. Because IC becomes 0. So the current for the low input, the output will be same as VCC. When it becomes active, so इसको हम बोलते हैं this mode is called cutoff mode. Why? Because there is no current, not in emitter, not in base, not in current, not in collector. When current is increased, sorry, potential increase, current increases linearly. IB increases and IC will increase because the both ratio is constant. When input is increased, it means IC increases, or IC increases means the output will decrease. Why? Because it was VCC minus IC. IC बढ़ता जा रहा है, so this will decrease. Output decreases linearly. So as the input voltage is increased, input current is increasing, so this is called linear or active region, in which there is all the three type of currents which is changing as well. This is called linear or active region. And then when current becomes saturated, IB की high value के लिए it becomes saturated with a constant but a very high value. Then for high input, IC is maximum, so IC is constant and maximum. So when current is very high, IC की value बहुत high हो जाएगी, तो input will become low. That means IC constant हो गया, saturate हो गया, which is also called as saturation. Then output will become very low and constant. इसमें ना ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाले टाइप. इसको बस आपको थोड़ा शॉर्टकट में समझना है, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी सिंपल डिवाइस. जैसे में कोई किरचॉफ लॉ या कुछ भी ऐसा, कुछ जंक्शन लॉ टाइप, कुछ भी किरचॉफ लॉ की इक्वेशन टाइप नहीं बनानी है. वेरी सिंपल, दो सीधी सादी इक्वेशन है. हम इनपुट बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, इनपुट के हिसाब से आईबी कैसे चेंज होगा उसका अलग से ग्राफ था. फॉर लो इनपुट IB 0, IB 0, IC 0, आउटपुट की वैल्यू सिर्फ ICC के इक्वल रहेगी, VCC के इक्वल रहेगी. देयर विल नॉट बी एनी ड्रॉप. Then when the current is increased, input is increased, current increases, then output will decrease, and because of that output is start linearly decreasing, called as linearly or linear activation. And so इसको बोलते हैं input input low. इनपुट लो से जब तक नीचे रहता है वोल्टेज, तब तक वो सर्किट ऑफ रहेगा, उसमें कोई करंट नहीं है, none of the current flows. And similarly, we input high से ज्यादा वोल्टेज रखते हैं, then circuit becomes on, जिसको हम saturation state बोलते हैं, क्योंकि इसमें करंट सारी है और अपनी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू पर है. there is no further increase, that's why it is called saturation current. And in between is called linear or active region, जहाँ पे all the three type of currents are changing with increase in voltage. So every transistor works in these three different modes: cutoff mode, linear or active mode, and saturation. Three different configuration थे, और उस configuration में पहला configuration था common emitter that we are. In the common emitter configuration, emitter is taken as constant, base और emitter में input, collector और emitter में output. Correct? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next is application of transistor. पहला था transistor as a switch. तो इसका मतलब ऑन या ऑफ करने के लिए तो हमें उसको मैन्युअली ऑन या ऑफ नहीं करना पड़ता है. We can use the input potential when circuit is kept in such that input is low. For low input, which is also called as cutoff mode. हमने बाहर से पोटेंशियल की प्रोग्रामिंग ऐसे कर ली है कि it should be less than the V input, then circuit will be off, and when input is high, कितना high लगाना है वो हमें वैल्यू पता है according to the design of that transistor, and that is the saturation mode. Saturation mode में वो अपने आप switch on हो जाता है. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Second, transistor as an amplifier. एम्पलीफायर का मतलब हमने इनपुट तो थोड़ा सा दिया था बट वो अपने आप एम्पलीफाई होके it converts into the larger voltage, which is used in most of the semiconductor devices. All semiconductor devices हम लगाते हैं, छोटी सी बैटरी है, but it becomes very large. That is done only with the help of the amplification, voltage amplification. How does voltage get amplified? Because of some change in input. So इसमें क्या होता है, output इनपुट हमने थोड़ा सा चेंज किया, आउटपुट ज्यादा चेंज हो जाता है, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड वोल्टेज गेन और वोल्टेज एम्पलीफिकेशन. दिस इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द स्टेबलाइजर और ट्रांसफार्मर जो हम घर पे लगाते हैं, बिकॉज वहां पर वोल्टेज तो बढ़ता है, साथ साथ करंट कम हो जाती है. But in this scenario, current is already, we saw that beta it is 10 times or 100 times it is increased. But voltage here is also amplified because of the semiconductor devices के अंदर जो इलेक्ट्रॉन और होल्स का रिलेटिव रेशियो है उसकी वजह से, and that is why at a certain period of time semiconductor devices get wear out. जैसे सेमीकंडक्टर का कोई भी डिवाइस लो, एलईडी टीवी लो या बल्ब लो, उसमें लिखा रहता है लाइफ कितनी है, 40,000 आवर्स और समथिंग, क्योंकि उस टाइम के बाद वो सारे के सारे कंप्लीटली न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाते हैं. नथिंग इज राइट. सो ये आ गया वोल्टेज गेन. वोल्टेज गेन के लिए डेल्टा वी आउट क्या था, आउटपुट इज VCE एंड इनपुट इज VBB. VCE is VCC minus ICRC. So ये change in VCC minus ICRC. और नीचे जो था VBB, VBE is VBE plus IBR. डेल्टा VCC is 0 क्योंकि कांस्टेंट वोल्टेज है. ऊपर से बचेगा माइनस ऑफ डेल्टा ICRC. नीचे VBE is 0. नीचे बचेगा डेल्टा ऑफ IB टाइम्स R. IC upon IB is beta. So this is beta, but ये डेल्टा वाला बीटा है, इसलिए हम बीटा AC लिख लेते हैं. RC upon RB. माइनस साइन के साथ है ये. Voltage gain is minus beta. RC collector is output side, so it is called output resistance divided by input resistance. Right? So output इसमें minus sign क्या represent करता है? This minus sign represent if input was plus sign, the output will become minus sign. Input अगर हमने लगाया था plus sign छोटा सा, output will be received, it will be amplified, but it will become 180 degree out of the phase. V output input हम ऐसे के फॉर्म में लगाते हैं, जितना fluctuation होता है, that fluctuation is defined as the input applied voltage. Output is always 180 degree out of phase. अगर हमने बीच में लगा दिया है common CE configuration amplifier. Voltage भी increase हो रहा है, current भी increase हो रही है, so obviously there is a power increase also. So every transistor device also gives the power gain, which is not possible even in the ideal transformer. Practical transformer में only 70% output is gain, input. In the case of the transistor, semiconductor transistor, current is increased, voltage is increased. Power gain is voltage gain multiplied by current gain. अब ये power है तो यहाँ पे phase से कोई मतलब नहीं. This becomes beta square R out by RN. Beta is at current gain. Power gain is voltage gain into current gain. R out by RN. Output resistance should be high, input resistance should be low, so that output by input will become very high, and that's why it becomes that is why it has become very high value of power gain. And even 3-4 volt battery is sufficient enough to run the big size appliances in the case of the semiconductor devices or amplifier devices. So obviously the questions है, हमें question में बस data को अच्छे से analysis करना होता है, how what is given, like the input, what is the output. So let's do some question based on the worksheet that I gave. That was in the group. Semiconductor devices के question आते हैं तो मतलब it's like a lottery only, so easy. You should not leave those questions. बस तो केवल और केवल लॉजिक गेट का पार्ट वो भी हम अभी कर लेते हैं, बट बिफोर दैट लेट्स डू सम क्वेश्चन. ये इसलिए मैंने वर्कशीट दी थी बिकॉज़ दिस इज बेसिक वन, टॉपिक बाय टॉपिक. Intrinsic extrinsic semiconductors, semiconductor diode. So let's do question number 23, 29. The 23 question based on the last class. Current flowing through 10 ohm resistor in this circuit. So 10 ohm, when there is a circuit having multiple diodes, we have to see which one is forward and which one is reverse. D1, D2 में कौन सा forward, कौन सा reverse है हर्ष? Which is forward biased? Harsh? This one is forward bias here. Harsh? Right. If the D1 is forward bias or D1 is reverse bias?
सर मैं बताऊं.
नहीं तुम रहने दो. Gita, which one is D1 is forward bias or reverse bias?
So forward.
Forward, because N is connected to lower potential. D1 is forward and D2 is reverse. So in the second branch, there will not be any current. बचेगा 15 plus 10, 25. Current in this circuit is 2 by 25 milliampere. 2 by 25 ampere. So ये voltage था, and then we'll change it to milliampere. So that is how much? 80? 80 milliampere.
Yes sir, 80.
Likewise, question number 27, 20, 38. If diode is not ideal, there will be some potential drop here also. So potential difference will become less than 3. Current will become less than 15 milliampere. 29. Vedika, it is forward bias or reverse bias?
So दिख नहीं रहा question 29.
दिखने का स्क्रीन पे है 29 this one.
अब दिख रहा है. हाँ जी. Forward sir.
What it is, forward bias or reverse bias?
So forward bias.
कैसे डिसाइड किया? Vriti, it is forward bias or reverse bias?
So it's reverse bias.
It's reverse bias because P is connected to +2 but N is connected to +5. So that means the N is at higher potential. Right? N is at higher potential. So reverse bias there will not be any current will become 0. Though it is positive, but it is less than the N side positive. Okay. Diode as a rectifier, so all these circuits are on the same concept. We just need to find out which one is forward and which one is reverse. Rectifier भी हम कर चुके हैं, bridge rectifier भी हम कर चुके हैं, full wave rectifier. Okay, fine. ये 49 करते हैं. Question number 49. This is based on the Zener diode principle that we have done today. Rest of the question we have done. 49, 50, 51. These will be based on the Zener diode voltage. From the Zener diode circuit, the current through the Zener diode is. Zener diode में current कितनी है ये बताना है अपने को, right? So what we do in this particular circuit, current हम निकालने हैं पहले कि साथ वाले रेजिस्टेंस में कितनी है, 20 किलो में रेजिस्टेंस कितनी होगी, 50 वोल्ट पोटेंशियल है, ये पैरेलल में लगा, इसके क्रॉस भी 50 वोल्ट ही होगा पोटेंशियल. So current will become 50 divided by 20, which is 2.5 milliampere. milliampere. अब इतना ही वोल्टेज इधर भी था 50 वोल्ट, 220 में 50 निकल गया, बचेगा 170 वोल्ट. 170 वोल्ट इज across the 5 किलो ओम रेजिस्टर. 5 किलो ओम रेजिस्टेंस में करंट कितनी है, in this current 5 kilo ohm, the potential difference across this is 170 and divided by 5, which becomes 34 milliampere. So इधर से करंट आ रही थी 34 milliampere और इसमें से 2.5 आगे चली गई, so the remaining is 31.5. The 31.5 is the current going through the Zener diode. All the questions which involve the Zener diode calculation will be done like this. पूरे सर्किट का वोल्टेज था 220 में 50 वोल्ट इज अक्रॉस द Zener diode, remaining 170 is across 5 ohm. वहां से हमने टोटल करंट निकाल ली. From total current we calculated how much is the current that is going into this resistance ahead. Very nice. In the circuit given, बाकी ये दोनों क्वेश्चन सेम लॉजिक पे है, वो आपको करने हैं. Next is yes, junction transistor. So we did a common ammeter current gain, a common base current gain. Common base में base side constant होता है. Common base configuration CV configuration is base is common, एक side with collector, और so collector current is output, ammeter current is input. That's called common base current gain. The current gain will be depending upon the type of configuration we are using. अल्फा इज इक्वल टू IC। अब IC को हम लिख सकते, सॉरी IB को हम लिख सकते हैं IC plus IB divide by IB in the numerator and denominator. So that's beta divided by beta plus 1 is equal to alpha. Alpha is slightly less than 1, greater than 0. Cross multiply beta is equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Any of these two relations, the same thing. Right, so this exercise question based on that part only, relation between alpha beta, 10 to the power 10 electron enters the emitter. So from here we calculate the meter current, ten to the power 10 electrons से emitter current आ जाएगी, 2% as the base current, remaining will be the collector current और वहां से हम calculate कर लेंगे. Right, basic transistor configuration, transistor characteristic. All these are based on the alpha beta. Current gain of transistor is 0.9. So 0.9 का मतलब है L should be alpha because it is less than. It may not be mentioned and it is alpha current gain or beta current gain, that we have to decide according to the value. If it is greater than 1, it will be beta. If it is less than, slightly less than 1, it will be alpha. Okay. Current gain of transistor, fine. Next, transistor as an amplifier. Transistor amplifier beta is 62, load is 5. Load का मतलब output resistance, input resistance again. What is the power amplification? Power amplification was beta square R out by R in. Beta square divided by R out by R in. Right? Okay. Next is input resistance of transistor is 665. Base current changes by this, which results in a collector current. अब इसमें डायरेक्ट बीटा में देखिए बेस का चेंज गिवन है, कलेक्टर करंट चेंज गिवन है, सो हम चेंज इन कलेक्टर करंट डिवाइडेड बाय चेंज इन बेस करंट, उससे कैलकुलेट करेंगे बीटा एंड फ्रॉम बीटा वी गेट voltage gain is beta into output resistance by input resistance. For a transistor amplifier, voltage gain, okay, fine. Transistor has a switch, input and output. ठीक है. So all these questions are based on these two formula only, voltage gain and power gain. अब एक और transconductance is output current divided by input voltage. Conductance is 1 by R, 1 by R is I by V. Output current था IC और input current है IB into RN, and IC by IB is beta. So beta divided by input resistance is called transconductance. Okay. अब आते हैं हम लॉजिक गेट पे. व्हाट इज लॉजिक गेट? लॉजिक गेट इज, इसमें एक और छोटी सी चीज होती है, दैट्स कॉल्ड फीडबैक ऑसिलेटर. ऑसिलेटर यानी एम्पलीफाई तो हम कर रहे हैं, बट एम्पलीफिकेशन में वी आल्सो हैव टू मेक feedback amplifier or oscillator. It is to make sure that the output, desired output is received. So suppose हमें 100 times चाहिए, but अगर 100 time हमें input नहीं मिल पाता है, so this is a normal amplifier. Voltage gain is A. If it is not, तो हम इसका feedback लेते हैं. We multiply the, suppose it is less than the required, जितना चाहिए तो थोड़ा सा इसमें लाके add करते हैं. Input में we add some value by providing the exact. Suppose हमें 100 चाहिए, it is coming out 97. तो जितना increase करने पे m times VO को इसमें add कर देते हैं. So actual input that is going into this circuit is, in this amplifier circuit, is VI plus m times VO. So this is called feedback gain. It is a positive feedback क्योंकि actual value थी वो less थी. Positive feedback gain. VO now divided by VI plus m times VO is equal to A. So cross multiply कर लोगे तो VO by VI is A divided by 1 minus MA. A is the feedback gain, A is the gain without feedback, and M is positive feedback gain. A is the voltage gain without feedback, और ये A upon 1 minus MA is overall gain. M is feedback gain. अगर एक्चुअल जितना चाहिए उससे ज्यादा मिल रहा है तो फिर हमें उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ता है. That's called negative feedback. Positive feedback circuit is when output is less than the desired output. Negative feedback circuit is when output is greater than the required output. Right? ऐसे नेगेटिव फीडबैक इनमें क्या होगा, बस नीचे की तरफ हम VI minus m VO करेंगे. Instead of gain, this is more than required output. So negative feedback gain में we will just subtract input, output. Output में feedback gain multiply करके, and then we'll subtract as an addition. We will subtract MVO VI minus MVO and VO. This is voltage gain without feedback, so that is A, and here it is m times VO. This is feedback gain, and it is negative feedback क्योंकि हमें actual से ज़्यादा मिल रहा था, so हमें subtract करना पड़ेगा. Output is VO and input is VI minus m times VO. Cross multiply करके VO by VI निकालोगे, so आ जाएगा A divided by 1 plus m. This is the negative feedback gain. Okay, feedback gain is when the output is less than or greater than the required output. So for example, ठीक है, उसमें तो फिलहाल ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं है कोई भी. जब दो एम्पलीफायर लगे हो एक के बाद एक, तो उनका जो वोल्टेज गेन होगा दैट विल बी प्रोडक्ट ऑफ A1 and A2, that is cascaded amplifier. A is equal to A1 multiplied by A2, so overall gain will be 200. Logic gates. Logic gate is some electronic circuit which works on the principle of Boolean logic. Boolean logic में there are three operations: and, or, and not. And का मतलब दोनों होने चाहिए. Boolean logic, it works on the binary numbers only. Binary numbers are only 0 and 1. Two digits are there in the binary system of measurement. जो हम use करते हैं counting के लिए, that is a decimal system. There are 10 digits. Binary system has 0 and 1. Only these two digits. 0 का मतलब low input and 1 means high input. That's also used to represent the digital circuit and digital signal. High voltage, whether it is 250 or 220, it will be represented as 1. Low voltage, if it is even 200, that should be represented by 0. And, or, and not, there are three operations. And का मतलब product of the two, y is equal to a into b, and this is represented by a gate like this. A multiplied by b, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसको हम all the possible values of input and output will list out, and that is called truth table. So it is input A value, input B, and output Y. And there are only four possibilities: both 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, or 1, 0, and then 1, 1. When those input, both pin A and B are connected to the lower input, lower voltage, then it is 0, 0. So 0 into 0 is 0, which means output will also be 0. A 0, B1 multiplies 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 into 1, 1. Only when both of the input will be 1, only then it will represent if the circuit will be switched on or it will have a high output. To represent this, we can show this realization by a series switches. So there are two switches, A and B. एक तरफ ने लगाया switch और दूसरी तरफ लगाया bulb. A and B both are connected together. When both will be closed, only then the bulb will have some output received. Some signal will be there, some light will be there. Or gate, or का मतलब either A or B. So another second gate is OR gate. Basic, there are three operations: AND operation, OR, and complement or not. OR gate uses the OR logic. Boolean logic OR is A plus B. Either A or B. Zero plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, and 1 plus 1 is also 1. So either A or B or both. In all the three cases, the circuit will become 1. The symbolic representation is this. दो से ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं, but at least there will be two input, or there are three input, and A plus B plus C will be the output relation. Third is called NOT gate or complement gate. NOT का मतलब input will get reversed. If you apply A, it will become A complement. So this is like the transistor amplifier case. Input low, output high, and output high then input high then output is low. Yes, very nice. So this is represented by again a truth table, but it has only two cases: A0, Y1, and A1 then Y0. And then their combination and not, or and not, are called NAND. and NOR. So NAND gate is AND followed by NOT. पहले multiply करें और फिर उसका complement करें. So AND का symbol और NOT का आगे वाला dot. This is a symbol for NAND gate. A into B करके हमें उसका complement करना है. So this will be followed by AND will be followed by a NOT operation. A, B, Y. 0, 0, product will be 0, output is 1, 1 into 0, 0, 1, 1 in, 0 into 1, 0, output is 1, 1 into 1, output will become 0. So that is how we can find out. Similarly, OR और NOT का OR और NOT मिला देंगे तो बन जाता है NOR gate. NOR gate is OR followed by the NOT. So OR का मतलब पहले addition और फिर NOT का मतलब उसका complement. Symbolic representation is this. Zero, zero, then 0 plus 0, 0, complement is 1. 0 plus 1, complement is 0. 1 plus 0, 1, complement is 0. 1 plus 1, complement is 0. Not is 0. This is the truth table for NOR gate. So truth table से हम decide करते हैं कि circuit में क्या होने वाला है. These are the 5 basic gates on which we operate any circuit. इसके अलावा 2 और gate है which is not in the syllabus of NCERT but in competitive exam it is exclusive or exclusive OR का मतलब when A is there then B should not be present. B 0 होना चाहिए. B 0 है तो A high होना चाहिए. Only then output will be 1. ये OR का exclusive OR है means either A or B. Both should not be high or both should not be low. So इसके लिए जो truth table में changes होंगे वो सिर्फ when both 0 then 0. When 0 1 output is 1. When output is 1 0 then output is 1. But again when both is 1 1 then again it will become 0. That is XOR. और इसका जो opposite होगा that will be XNOR. XNOR मतलब A into B complement plus B into A complement का whole complement. That is called XNOR, which means either both has to be 0 or both has to be high. Only then the output is received. 0 0 पे 1, 0 1 पे 0, 1 0 पे 0 और 1 1 पे 1. पहले वाले का exactly opposite or complement. So these are the basic gates. The questions आप try करेंगे and then tomorrow we will discuss. So हमने semiconductor का वाला part सारा खत्म कर लिया है which is relevant for the exam. Tomorrow we'll do the questions from here and start modern physics, nuclei part, nuclei and radioactivity. Okay then, thank you.